I was born and raised in Hollywood, Florida. I've been here my whole life, pretty much. My dad, at a very young age, I would see him get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, come home at 7 o'clock at night. So work ethic is something that, it was just programmed. You just watched it happen every single day. I've always been a guy who saw right from wrong. Basically, if I saw somebody in need, I always would try to help them, and I think that stems from my dad being a very religious person. If there was anybody else out in the community that needed help, he was always offering hand, whether it be in the form of money or whatever it is that that person needed. And I think when you watch that and you see that and you're raised in that type of value system, I think that's something that just becomes second nature to you. I've always been very organized. I think a lot of people call me OCD, but I'm okay with it. I wear that label very proudly. And I think that attention to detail and that putting things in that order makes me more relaxed, and it makes me understand what I'm doing in a better fashion. I've always had an interest in, government and the way things work, and I think that's what led me to ultimately be a political science major. That's kind of how I translated into becoming a lawyer. I think it was just a natural extension of what my interests were, and also in terms of the value system of what I was taught and how I kind of like to handle my affairs. The journey to the outcome is more important than the outcome, and I think sometimes you have to stand behind what you said you're going to do and what you promised the client that you're going to do. You have a job to explain to the client why we're reaching a certain outcome and why that's the best thing for them. And sometimes it's not necessarily the thank you at the end, hey, you did a great job, or hey, I understand you tried. It's more them leaving here understanding why we got to that result. The satisfaction is not only getting them the result that we need to get them, but it's also making sure that when we get there, they're happy with it and they understand why we got there because they were explained every step of the process along the way.